that name, 7-Eleven. And thank you so much for the donation. Also, because you see the 7 square off. So the 11 is two ones, which is duality, but it's really just a being boxing themselves off and having to relate to something. So that's a 7. So the 7-Eleven is the energy frequency of it, which is a being that boxed themselves out of the realm of reality that they was in, aka a spirit coming from the 7th and 8th and 9th dimension and boxing themselves off, aka coming into a bubble, aka creating a density, shape, or form in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension that they was resonating with. You know what I'm saying? Now, for the most part, that's the 7. And then it's relating subconsciously with itself. So it's creating a form to bounce off with itself. It's creating its feminine nature. So that's it's creating a 7, and then that's where it gets the duality of itself to bounce itself off, and that's where you get the 11 concept from. So this is why it got 8, 9, 10, 11. This is why 11 is 4 numbers away from 7. Because the 1, 4, and 7 is all connected. See, once you start to get into frequencies, as the number frequencies, there's a higher realm of reality of different connections. Once y'all get to the 3rd dimension and start to spread shit out, y'all just count it as 2. You can only connect 2 by counting from 1 and adding another 1. Then that's 2. Then y'all can only get to 4 by adding 2 versions of 2. So y'all got 2 versions. Y'all got 2 versions of 2. So you got 1 2 here and 1 2 here. And then when you bring those 2 together, that's 2 things. And then you got that coming together, and then y'all add it in y'all density, so now it becomes 4. So y'all end up being in this whole concept in the 3rd dimension of one life to live. So to live your one life, you got your one life, but you have to divide and separate yourself to live. So you know what I'm saying? So you become into being. So you to become, aka to become in a fleshly fluid as come, you had to come into beings. So to come into being, your spirit came into the space of 2 beings. 2 beings who came together. So spiritually, 2 spaces that came together created your monkey ass. And then once you went off and traveled and went off into your own bubble to go into a light, into a shape and form, 2 of those motherfuckers had to come together. AKA you went into 2 beings to come out as you want being. So to come into being, you came into 2 beings, motherfucker. So as a spirit, you came into 2 spaces. 2 spaces that have did that before you. So your spirit was created. Then to come into a physical shape and form, 2 spirits that did that before you and created their shapes and forms to come out into their realm of reality and to come into being. You came into their come. So 1 came, and then it was coming into the 2 dimension, and it came. The come came into the woman. Then you became into 2 of those beings and became 1 being. You see how your spirit play games with your mind? Your spirit make you say shit that you can't help but to say, but then y'all get lost when y'all get lost into one man's and one woman's interpretation of what your spirit just told you. Listen to your kids. Listen to your babies. Your babies might be like, goo goo gaga. You better decipher that shit. That's some knowledge in that motherfucking shit. It's some knowledge in goo goo gaga. Have y'all ever heard of motherfucking the old dirty goddamn bastard? Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah. Shimmy. It's some goddamn knowledge in that. You think that's a hit by itself just because you think people liked it, that word, shimmy, shimmy, y'all? Shimmy, shimmy, y'all is a frequency vibration. You better start to learn this shit. Ride these goddamn waves and then get into that frequency vibration. Go listen to Old Dirty Bastard song, Shimmy, Shimmy, Y'all, Shimmy, Shimmy, Y'all. You're going to tap into a certain frequency vibration of how that ocean flow current even went out in the first place. Now, it's a lot of beings that live there. Now, you're going to know if that's a high place or a low place, if it's a big bubbles place, or if it's a high place that a lot of beings there is moving real fast. Or if it's real low, beings is moving real slow and low vibrational there. You're gonna start to get to know who's moving fast and slow in that world. You're gonna get to know if that world in general is in a high or low place, and then boom, you're gonna start to receive information, aka experience. Then once you come back in the 3rd dimension, you're gonna understand. Then you're gonna start to understand music better. You're gonna be like, okay, it ain't really about the words. It's really just about the expression. And the vibration of the frequency vibration, because that taps us into that world. Now, the better an artist can make a word or make a pattern, aka the beat and the music of it, or aka construct a word, aka the language of it. And that's just bringing that higher energy into this realm of reality so we can understand it. So the better the artist or the scientist can construct the word and the beat, aka the lab experiment, and then their idea behind it, or if it's or that's scientist, or if it's a musician, the producer who makes the beat, the pattern, and the musician who construct the word. The better those two is brought together, you have just brought a higher energy signature into a realm of reality, into a shape and form in a way that we all can understand it. That's all you did. So we're all alchemists. We're all magicians. You see what I'm saying? That's what you have to understand. So when you're listening to certain things, this is why when you hear complete bullshit sometimes, shit that's vibrating very low. So the pattern of the beat is boom, boom, boom. That's like bubbles in the water that we in. Because we're in an ocean. That's what you need to know. I don't care what frequency vibration we in, it's still gonna be some form of vibrational ocean. That's why everything is frequency vibration. So boom, boom. Then say the words that the person is constructing over the beat. The the words is probably very low vibrational. Boom, boom, boom. Kill a motherfucker. Damn. Boom. So the words is slow. The ad-libs is slow. It's real spaced out. Then the energies that's put behind the words is low vibrational. Boom, boom. Kill a motherfucker. Yeah. Boom. Got too many bullets in that mother. Yeah. Boom, boom. Yeah, yeah. Skirt. You ain't even got to say you driving the car no more. All you got to say, you ain't even got to say, boom, in my new McLaren. You ain't even got to say that no more. All you got to say, boom, hopped out. Skirt. Skirt, skirt. That's all you gotta do now. People know what you're talking about. So it's like the vibration that got so low. It's like the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. I look at that as bro. So think about when you're taking a heavy shit, right? That's what it sounds like in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. Y'all making pieces of shit. It sounds like blah. That just sound like pieces. It sound like shit. Like. And this shit is real. But like for real, man, I gotta chill down here in this third dimension. But this shit is real, the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, for real. Alright, but a lot of y'all music careers won't strive in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. The music up there got to be motherfucking hard. Believe that. Alright, now, but check this out. Stephanie Tapia, thank you so much for the donation.